Yo, what's happening, Banter fam? We're starting to get a little bit of a nice move. My mic might be a little bit different today as I am in Johannesburg. I'm back home for a few days. What's happening? Starting to see good bubbles. This is the weekly. We're starting to see a little bit of wake up. We have Render pushing up to 30% for the week. We have Solana up 24% for the week. We have Cardano waking up. We have Ethereum waking up, absolutely moving. And the big chart that I want to show you guys is this chart over here, which is the USDT dominance. It's one that many don't chart, and what they don't understand is I am currently looking at when are we going to have a huge push of people getting out of USDT? When are people getting out of the dollar? And this gives us an area of when we're going to start seeing a huge acceleration of it. And what you can see is yesterday we lost the first low, and now we have the last line of support over here. And then there's a huge gap of up to 20% down in the USDT dominance. We saw an incredible pump in the beginning of the year of Fantom, doing up to 200%. We had Render doing 400%. And that all came in this time over here. And now we're at the stage where we can get another one over here. Now, what we have is obviously Ethereum exploding. We have Total 1 that broke resistance. We had Total 2 break resistance. Now we have Total 3, just the tip. Just the tip is sitting there. And for me, the question is, has Altseason begun? Has it just started? Yes, we're getting the signs that it's just begun, but has it happened? No. For me, Altseason, we're going to know when Altseason actually comes, and we got to break this next area. So I'm giving you guys, I would say it's probably the last entries for altcoins. I do think there's an opportunity this weekend to load up on a few of them that have already moved up on a small pullback, but there are a few that are breaking daily trends now. And then I think it's going to happen fast. And when it happens fast, we got to have a get out strategy for a bigger pullback later on. And then we redo it all again. Now's the time. Everything we've worked for, it comes down to now. Let's have a massive show. No more wasting time, Josh. Let's hit it.
Click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper. Sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper. He marks the charge right. Enter the sniper. He's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper. Click. Time to be dedicated. Sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target, and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror on the wall. Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper. Sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper. He marks the charge right. Enter the sniper. He's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper. Click. Enter the sniper. Enter the sniper.
How about the fam? What is happening? If you are a bull, say what's up. If you are a bear, we love you. We support you. One day you'll have your time again, but you're all part of the family. If you're brand new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. Smash the like button, guys. This year, there's many times I try to do shows to make the audience happy, right? And this year I decided to do differently, where I had a thought, I had a vision, I saw the charts, and I'm like, this is how it has to happen. I can't think against the rest. There were so many people last week that were saying, like, the alts are not going. It's not going to happen. And I decided to stick through with it. And guys, that's all that it is. It's a story of a guy that's coming in this crypto space. He's been 2 years here now, and he's learning, and I'm progressing, and I'm here to teach you patience and to say, guys, don't chase the pump of Bitcoin. Let's wait for what comes next. So I'm very proud of all of us. I don't know if it's time. This is a joke, but I don't know if it's time. But I think we do need to have just a little bit of fun, right? And I think I just got to sit here with a small grin on my face. I'm never one to talk about, but I think we need this.
You all laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you?
I love you all, guys. Thank you for being part of this whole journey. In the comments, say, yo, what's up? Josh, can we run a poll, please, brother, to say, are you bullish? Are you bearish? I want to know where you guys are thinking. Are you in the markets? Is it alt season? Josh, everything I said there, you make up a poll. I just want to see where people's at. So let's jump in, guys. Obviously, we had Bitcoin make another high. That was interesting. Very interesting to see that yesterday we were in the range. And I spoke about these two highs. I spoke about the high of Bitcoin, 30,500, and we basically have the low. And ultimately, yet again, guys, just understanding that when you're going to bull mode, It's about being patient, but it's about understanding how the market works when it does this. And it's very simple. You know, you basically have a market where we're ranging very strong in one direction. We cool down for a little while. We reset the RSIs, and then we look to continue until the day comes where we actually get to the end of these waves, you know, where they get up and you start to slow down, and they start the Bart Simpsons. And that's still to come, guys. And I still think May is going to be an area where we're looking at a weekly pullback. And remember, I spoke about bull seasons. What are bull seasons? How do they work? Guys, bull runs are actually, they're 800 days. And this may be a smaller one, but you still got to look at the same. You have 800 days. You basically have 500 or 600 of the days of slow grind up. And the last 200 days is when it goes absolutely crazy. And that's the same thing. For the last 2 weeks, we've seen the altcoins slowly grind up. And I've been saying, guys, this is the time for us to be loading up on the altcoins, because when the pop comes, it goes very fast. And that's when you know you're getting sort of to the end of it, because the way it works is smart investors come in. Then the little bit more experienced traders start entering a little bit later as it breaks. And then you have the newbies that just hear about Bitcoin pumping. It's over $30,000. Ethereum's over 2K. And that's where they come and they absolutely pile in. And that's the time where you know, okay, whoa, as investors now and as smart, experienced traders now, that's the time we start laddering out and we start getting out. So where we're getting at now is we're getting at major areas of where we're about to see a breakout. And if we get this breakout, we're getting a huge, very fast altcoin surge. We're starting to see it already. And obviously we had Bitcoin. Bitcoin's done the crazy things of ripping up. And that created the understanding of the total market cap. You know, the total market cap breaking through this major area that I've drew funny bucks around, but we broke through it. This was an area that we got stuck the whole year. You know, since we had this big rampage, we got stuck, and we cracked through it. And since we cracked through it, you guys are starting to see that. What did I say when we're going to break through here? You're going to start to see backup. We basically sent in Bitcoin. He went, he fought a couple of rounds. He got us where we needed to get, but now he needs backup. And who's the next big dog he needs? He needs Ethereum. And as soon as we broke through here, Ethereum started to join the party. Now we have Bitcoin and Ethereum starting to move. And as this starts to break through, now you're starting to get the major alts starting to get into the party too. So what we're sitting with is we have a total market cap breakout, started to give us a hint that Ethereum's coming. And then we have Ethereum, we have total 2, crack out this week. And this was a big one. Look at that, acceleration. We sat here for a while. And basically, look, now all of a sudden we have total 2 ripping off here. We have Ethereum in, and now we need the last big dog. And the last big dog is when are we setting in all the little guys? You know, when are the little guys going to come and join the party and come be in? And this is total 3. So for me, we are there, guys. We're so close. But I'm here to keep you level-headed and to say, okay, there's still small pullbacks that are going to come until we through here. You saw what it was like with Bitcoin. It came here, small rejections, it fought for a while. Expect the same thing with some of the smaller altcoins, to have a little bit of these, be smart, but when that crack comes through, we're in. And that's when we're going to have the altcoins just doing crazy things, the smaller caps just doing crazy percentages, and all of that. So right now what we have, and this is how I'm starting to see that this is a healthy move, because in the beginning of the year, the January pump was nice because it was Bitcoin, but you had a lot of the small coins run. And for me, it's like, this doesn't make sense to get a whole market cap and get money to come in. You want Bitcoin, Ethereum, they bring in money. Then you want the major caps, that brings in money. And then it gets diversified. You have a whole market eruption that erupts for like 2 weeks. And then it's the end for that short-term little run. You have a few weeks of pullback, and then we can restart the session all over again. So guys, it's exciting. We are just before over here the total 3, and that's what's next to come. That's the one that we love as DJs. That's the one where things go crazy. And what I'm teaching you now is we've worked hard on Bitcoin entries the whole year. We worked hard on Ethereum entries the whole year. We worked hard on the major alts. Now it's time to get you into the coins that I think are going to run with total 3, and that's going to give you the way higher advantage to the rest. So total 3 is sitting over here. At any point, I do think there's a tiny rejection coming. I'll speak about that now shortly. And I think that's the perfect place to load up on what you don't have. And we'll go through the altcoin list in the show. And once it's through here, and we've got to accelerate past this, we're going to have a huge push. Now, that huge push is where it gets really interesting, because you have the first push. And the first push, it is big, guys. You're going to have some coins doing 40, 50% in 2-3 days. You're going to have a crazy rip. But if it pushes through there, and like we said, the market's always respected 4-year cycles. Maybe this year does something different. If it smashes through there, You've just landed yourself incredible entries that can do huge things for you. And that's the thing. Let's rather be in here, be well in the profits to see where we are at that point. Either we make 50 or 100% on our portfolios for the last month, which is still fantastic, or it turns into us making 400% on our portfolios. We shall see as we go. We just want to be in before the FOMO comes in. We can start to see the greed is starting to come in slightly. If you have a look over here, now we're sitting at 68. So we're not at extreme greed. So we know retail are just starting to come in now. They're not there yet. They're not fully in yet with all the retail. All the guys that panicked out at Bitcoin at 17 and 20K, they're all coming back. And they all coming back. And when we start to see this go down to the bottom of the extreme greed, that's where we're going to start laddering out. And that's the thing. And I'm going to stand your truthful, guys. The way it works is I think we have 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, of craziness. I'm going to make sure we make money. I'm going to make sure we work our asses off. And then I am going to not turn bearish, but I'm getting out a huge part. And I'm going to be working on a week to be getting us out. And then I'm shutting on my computer and going on a 2-week holiday. That's how it's going to work. Then I'm going to come back because I think May has always been go away in May. It's always been that. And let's not allow everything's going to try to tell you guys to hold on longer. Let's make the money now. And there's lots of money to be made. But we do need to almost 2x my spot now. Guys, actually do me a favor in the comments. Where are you at? Have you made money this year? Have you this? Have you that? Just explain where you've been. I would love everyone to see in the comments where you're at. 2x your spot portfolio. That's incredible. Incredible. You know, this is still known and technically a bear market. Is what they've been saying. Okay, so let's jump in. Let's quickly have a look at these. What we have is the USDT dominance. Like I said, on the verge of a break. I think there's a small bounce coming here, possibly. That's the thing, guys. It's because we're breaking these areas. We may not get these pullbacks, but I'm hoping we do get some pullbacks just to get some entries so that the risk to reward's good. But I'm expecting a small little bounce here, meaning a small little pullback. I think Bitcoin's at a key area. I don't think Bitcoin has much power in it now to go chase the higher views. Maybe, and I'm talking 40, 50K. Maybe 34, 35, yes. I think it's got the power to do that. But when it comes to the higher things, I think now you got the altcoins in. The altcoins are in and there's power with them, which means some of the limelight's going to be spread off of Bitcoin now onto the altcoins. So I think a small bounce here, and then I see a huge collapse. And this for me is retail. When we have this this huge spike down, I think that's coming. We've lost the trend now. We've closed below, and that's looking incredibly good. Stock market's holding up. If we have a look, futures holding up. We don't want this to do much. We just want it to be okay and not be dumping crazy, not be pumping crazy. Just chill, do a bull flag, do your thing. Just don't do anything crazy. And we obviously have the Dixie losing that low. Big one for us. That's a big one we've been waiting for us to have a look at. Is there anything else here? Gold obviously doing well, silver doing well. Okay, let's get into it. Nice greenness. Really good. So first one, guys, let's speak about big dog Ethereum. So Ethereum, this is the big one. You can see I'm now no longer on the 4 hours. I'm focused on the weekly, because now we're breaking high time frame structures and we're breaking a key area. It took Ethereum a few weeks to finally get through 1800. Then took us a bit of time to get the 1900, and then we cracked it. We cracked the 2K. And as soon as we cracked the 2K, we obviously start to see the huge acceleration. And what you see now is you have a little bit of resistance, and this is what I'm maybe thinking. So I'm going to give you guys my ideas now on how I'm trading this personally right now. What I'm thinking is there's one small resistance at around 2200 for ETH. And I do think maybe there is going to be a small pullback. I think the pullback will come here, and I think there'll be a small pullback that brings it back to the 2000 breakout. And then I think we skyrocket. That's the first option. The second option is we go straight here. But my target for ETH, either the small pullback now, and I can load up more at 2K on the retest, and then we go to 2.5, or we go straight from here. But 2.5 is my first major target right now on ETH. That's where I think ETH goes to. If we look at, maybe it goes more, but for now, that's definitely what I'm thinking. And look at this, as well as the Ethereum to Bitcoin. That I think goes up to these areas. I think it calms down a little bit, and then we can possibly coil up for June, somewhere like that, for that sort of thing. So ETH for me, I wouldn't go crazy loading it up at 2K, maybe small little top-ups, but I would be taking some profits. Me personally, I'm taking a lot of profits on ETH when it does get to 2.5, 2.6, just for temporary. I'm learning a lot from the past, guys, a lot. Ethereum dominance ripping right now, so Ethereum's outperforming many altcoins, and that obviously for us has brought the big one. We've got to thank Ethereum for this. We had Doge that just started the collapse of the dominance. We got to thank Ethereum for this one over here. So what we have right now is, I'll remove the drawings for now. What we have is a very long wick candle that's happening on the Bitcoin dominance. So we had it just pop its head through and we're like, no way. Are you going to go into the 50%? There's no way. It did end up getting rejected, and now it's forming a long pin bar. So guys, it's always been, right now as it stands, another thing that's saying Altseason, and why I think same thing is going to be quick. I sort of think something like this, to be honest. You see this big red candle over here that we did that time where we had the slow growth for a while and this quickness. I do think we're going to see something like that very soon, where everything's just going to catch up really fast. But as things go, this should be Altseason. And we started to get this long wick. And if you start to zoom in slightly, because this is on the weekly chart, you can start to see. Oh, I lost a little bit of signal there. Sorry, guys. I don't usually have the. I don't have the normal internet. Let's have a look. Reload. Internet. This is why I moved out of Johannesburg. Can you still hear me there, Craig?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
You're frozen.
I'm frozen. Oh. Okay, let's jump in here and let's see if this one works better. Okay, and let's jump into smaller time frames. Let's see if this works better over here. There we go. And if you see on smaller time frames, guys, we have this starting to turn. We definitely have this starting to turn. We're starting to see some move, and that's obviously because of Ethereum. Now, let's quickly speak about Bitcoin and where we're at with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, for me, is at the key area of the 30 to the 32. I'm not thinking much past ahead of this level. I think this level is where Bitcoin slows down. And I think it just ranges for a little while. I think it does come into this point of us. I wonder why this one's basically frozen. Yeah, you can still hear me. Sorry, guys. The internet. Just give it a few seconds just to get better here. I don't know why. Josh, can you hear me, brother? Get out of Johannesburg ASAP.
All good on my side.
That's the goal, guys. That's the goal. Come on. Just give me a few seconds, guys, just to get this sorted. I'm here. We're visiting some family. I haven't been home for a while. Okay. So what I was saying with Bitcoin, let's get this back on track. Let's see if this one's loaded up over here. There we go. Okay, fantastic. So like I said, the 30 to the 32,000 is the level that I think we should slow down. If we decide, like the huge scenario is we crack 32 and we go to 36 and that dominance keeps falling, then we have something crazy. But where Bitcoin stands right now, I do think it's at the area where it's just going to slow down and allow the altcoins to catch up. And if we zoom in slightly, we can just basically see that it's starting to slowly grind up. We do have RSIs. This is the concern. Why I think it's going to slow down now is the RSIs are really tapped out to the top. They are getting really high right now, and you know, we need to be aware of that. That for me, Bitcoin is getting to a topping out phase. It definitely is. I think it slows down, and that's why I think the altcoins catch up and things are looking like that. But I'm not expecting too much. Where are the areas to worry about for Bitcoin over the weekend, if there is any dips, is mainly this support trend over here. So I do think it's going to come down maybe at some point for a small test. And I think that test might be in these areas. And this is going to line up perfectly for some of our entries that I'm going to speak about now, where it may come and test the 29K again, just the supports, just to get the RSIs a little bit down on the medium time frames. And then I think we're just going to form a flag. And basically from here, anywhere from here, small pullback and just calm down a little bit. And from that, I just still see Ethereum rallying up, and I see the rest of the altcoins. I'm just speaking about this little dip. Now, this little dip may come today, it may come tomorrow, it may come Sunday. And this is the one we want to capitalize on. And I'm going to go through the altcoins now. So let's speak about the alts. The first ones that are going is definitely the major altcoins. So we have NEAR, that's been doing incredibly well. It's currently fighting 200-day moving average, but looking good. Now, for me, guys, you can see on the total 3, we're not outside that yet. So the craziness yet, we started to get a glimpse of it, but it's not here yet. It's coming very soon. So the way I basically see it is either there's a little bit more for me of another 3-4% up from a lot of the alts now, a lot of the major alts. And then I do see a small dip. Okay, now I have a little dip that's showing me around a 7-8% dip. It may be slightly less, okay, but I see the small dip coming, and then I see the explosion. And I see a push up to these tops, and this is with a lot of altcoins. And I'll use Cardano as the example. Push up here, a little bit of resistance, a flag, and then we absolutely go. And remember what I'm expecting from a lot of these major alts is I'm just expecting them to get to the range highs. So for example, where I'm looking at near on this top, I'm looking between $4 and $5. So it's still a huge move. No, it's a massive move. But I'd be very careful now. Wherever your entries were, if you were entering anywhere in these areas of the $2 where I was saying, this is where we should buy, amazing. You can hold strong and have your stop losses, fantastic. But if you don't have near yet, I would wait for a small pullback, guys. I do think you're going to catch it around 2.1, 2.15, and that's the one that's going to set you up for the next one. I need you guys to still remember that we're going bull eye now, but you still want to buy the red on the retests. And for me, that this has got going, but it's not anywhere near the huge push just yet. That all comes here, guys. When we get to these levels, you're going to start to see grind, and all of a sudden lift off. And that's where things start to rocket really, really, really quickly. So for near, another small pullback. And this is the same with a lot of these alts over here. If you look at Solana as another example, Solana is one. Craig, we're dying with the internet today, bro. It's so bad. So bad. Sorry, guys. I might have to do another show tomorrow just to catch up on everything. 50% up on THETA and 70% up on Sol. Fantastic. Amazing. Okay, let's speak about Solana here. Let's see if this one's loaded. Amazing. Okay, same thing with Solana, guys. So, yeah, sorry, guys. Be a little bit patient with me today. Be a little patient with me. We were patient for the pump. We got it. So same thing. A little bit more up from Solana. So you can see where Solana is. I think it's going to have one more direction of the 26. That's the area, guys. 26 and 28. We break that 40 to $60 come. Now, I think there's a first rejection first. I think we go up. I think there is a rejection. I think you're going to catch Solana at $23 again. Now, what I'm trying to say is the portfolios you've been building, a lot of them, guys, I got you in these areas. If you never got in on those areas and you got in higher, okay, and I'm talking areas of Solana between $18 and $21. If you got in higher, I would definitely TP some in this area over here. And that's basically between the 25 and the 26. I would TP for a better entry. You don't have a great entry right now. You can get a better one. And for me, the same thing happens here. I'm sort of seeing, you see this left shoulder, this inverse. So I'm seeing a small pullback, guys. And this pullback over here, this is where I'll load up strong because from here, I see us break it. And when we break it, I see Solana absolutely ripping. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of these coins, it all depends on your entry, but your longer term is fine. I think longer term, we're going to have a blow off and then we're going to take on those. But if you want to add, you want Solana before the breakouts, you want near before the real breakouts, catch them on this dip over here. And that's between 22 and 23. That's where I think you're really going to get a great entry on support. Then what we had yesterday, I actually gave a live trade yesterday of Polkadot at 6.4. Everyone got it. So that was good. Remember, if you do Sniper School, guys, Sniper School, everything's below. Registered. We'll give you 3 basic steps, but you get our live sessions every day. And I think yesterday we had a total tuned in of 2,000 to 3,000 and ended up having like 7,000 people watch. They all got these trades. We've had an incredible week there. So remember, I do a 2-hour live session and I'm doing one straight after the show every single day if you've done Sniper School. So DOT, the same thing. I'm seeing DOT go up a little bit more. So a little bit more to these areas, and I'm seeing a retest of this breakout. Then you want DOT, guys. DOT's cheap. Now I want to go back to a second and I want to show you guys, this is where I'm expecting the alts to go. So go to my Twitter. Make sure you're following me, Sheldon_Sniper. Here we go. So I did this, guys. I did this on the 23rd of February. I told you where my altcoin targets are. And I've left this pinned because this is still where I see it going. Now I'm giving you entries. I'm giving you where they've broken out. They're going to come retest and get in for them because these are the targets. After this, I'm not thinking much ahead of that. But I have $2,200 to a $2,600 ETH. I'm thinking 2426 now, a $40 to a $60 Solana. Remember, we're going to fight these when it's all happening. A 60 to a 70 cents Cardano, a 3.3 to a 3.6 near, a 80 to a $1 Fantom, 34 to $38 AVAX. We've got ALGO, we've got DOT. So come follow me here. This is where I'm seeing the targets. Now in the show, this is where I'm giving you the entries for them. So DOT, I think, is going. But for me, it comes down over here, RSI's reset, and then it climbs. And once it's through there is when it actually rips. So you want DOT. If you look at it now, for example, if that's a pullback now, you're looking at a 3% pullback to get those entries, okay? If it goes up a little bit higher, as what I think, you're basically looking at around about a 7-8% for that entry. I just want you guys to still remember we still buy support buys before the pump. Total 3 has not broken in. Breathe. there's time, like relax. Total 3 is not through there yet. It hasn't exploded yet. Okay. Now, I do have a few coins that are breaking trend, and we'll go through those shortly. But let's quickly have a chat about these. So AVAX, same thing. A little bit higher from AVAX, and I'm seeing a pullback. Now, I don't know if the pullback's going to be this big, but I do see a pullback. My first target is around $18. From that, I see grind, and I see a move. It's only $19 now. What was my target on AVAX? My target on AVAX was $34 to $38. It's only $19 now, guys. So on the small pullback, the AVAX one for me is now at the point where it's good. Fantom, I don't know about you guys, but smaller time frame, we're getting topped out. We're slowing down on these altcoins, but we broke dominance, so it's coming. It's still coming, no matter, like, things are on the high time frame, ready for altcoin poise. Now it's time to move in. So what I'm thinking here, same thing with Fantom, is a little pullback to the 47, 48. There's your entry. A grind up, then it goes. Remember, Fantom, 80 cents to $1 is still my target on the next push. So I'm just keeping you guys level-headed still, to say still get badass entries. Still keep to the game plan. Same with ALGO. ALGO, I think, rips today. It looks fired up. So I think it does go quite a bit higher, of a 5 to 10%. But then I do think there's going to be a small pullback of the 22, 23. But this one, you don't need to fight too much. Like this one, if you want a dollar cost here, that's cool, because it hasn't taken off. It's not here just yet. There might be that pullback, yes, which will bring it a little bit lower here, but you're fighting like a 5% range, which there you don't really have to, sort of fight too much. So the ones that are just broken trend are still fine to be dollar costing now and to build your portfolio for the next run. So I'll go still pretty early, and I could dollar cost here, and there will be possible pullback for the 21, 22, and that's the zones. Now let's be like Cardano. Now this is what I'm seeing, guys. Remember what I spoke to you guys about. So a lot of the tokens I just showed you, Solana, AVAX, they're all here, guys. So Cardano has been one of the leading ones for me, and one that's showing me exactly how you want to see it play out. Exactly how you want to see it play out. And this is it. You see how long Cardano took just to grind up here. And once it's through, Cardano doesn't have much resistance now. It's got this little piece over here. It cracks through that. It's at 50 cents. So Cardano, there's no more entries for me, like at all. Like we'll see a little bit there, but for me, there's no more entries in Cardano. But I want you to go take the Cardano chart, and I want you to go look at how this happens. Where basically we're all getting the retest here, right? This is what I'm saying, where we're getting in. Then it slowly grinds up to these highs. Once it cracks it, there's no more resistance. So we want to be in on the major tokens before they do that, because then they just start to go. So this is the perfect, template to use of what you want to see in it. You take this and you now go look at DOT, for example. See, exactly. Slow grind up, pop. That's what we want. Exactly like that. Go back to Cardano. See that. Slow grind up to the top, and then we start to move. So use that as a nice template. We unleashed Chainlink. I gave you the entries yesterday, guys. There's the entries there. There might be a small pullback. If you do get it around 7.5, 7.6, you have a Chainlink entry. But Chainlink's on its way now. I think this goes slowly grind up to the 910. Once it's through there, I think you hold on Chainlink all the way to the areas of up to $12 to $14. So I think you got a badass Chainlink. Chainlink's about to be unleashed, which is a big one. We want to be unleashed at this time. The next one is, you see, this is what I love about it. You can actually start seeing which category the token's in. So for you guys, it's very simple. You got total, total 2, total 3. You just want to know what categories. So it's very clear right now. Total is Bitcoin. Total 2, Ethereum, Solana, NEAR, AVAX, DOT, Chainlink, Cardano. They all total 2. Then you have total 3. Those are the ones that haven't broken daily trends yet. And for example, you still have a bit more time for these ones. And here's THETA. THETA, you still have time. By the time it breaks this daily one, we're above 200 now. Make sure you're in, because THETA is going to be a ride. My target is still the $3, $4 area. We then have Thorchain. Let's have a look at Thorchain. Smashed. Amazing. Thorchain broke a few days ago, on its way. So no entries there right now. Whoever's got Thorchain, hold on tight. Once it's through $2, I see $3.5. Let's speak about Dogecoin. This is obviously a big one to talk about. I got you guys some entries on the live sessions. Dogecoin beautifully in these areas over here. There might be a retest of Dogecoin of 8.5 to the 8.8 cents, and I would buy Doge. Something's happening with Twitter, guys. Something's happening. They're bringing out this new format of video format. They're bringing out these new payment systems. Something is happening with Doge and Twitter. So if you get a pullback, the only areas where I think it's cheap is between 8.4 and the 8.8. I would definitely have a long-term Doge position. It's now a real coin. And there's something happening there. There's definitely something happening there. So I would have Doge in the portfolio. The next one, these are all total 3 coins still. KAVA, you can still buy KAVA. I won't buy it above $1. You can still buy KAVA for the total 3 run. Nakamoto, these are ones we've been on. That's gone now, ripping. So we should be in great profits. A little bit more time for me for PBX and Scallop to load those on for the total 3 run. Remember, guys, have we got that portfolio? Remember, just do me a favor, guys. Do me a favor, please. I'll see if I can find the portfolio. Remember, low risk, Bitcoin ETH, medium risk is your total 2. Then you have your total 3 and your super high risk. So you have your total 3, which is your high risk, and then you got high risk. So just remember that you're taking your tokens and you're making these lists. You see here, I have a high risk, I have a medium risk, a highest risk, and a low risk. And that's just the percentages. So for example, my highest risk is only 15% of that portfolio. My high risk is 20%, and the others are 30%, the medium risk and the low risk. So just do your percentages right. So these Scallop and PBX, they're in the 15% category, but these I think are going to rip. The next one that we have is DYDX, broken trend. Now I think there's a retest, and I think you definitely want DYDX. We want these decentralized exchanges, no doubt about it. With all the centralized exchange and all the stuff happening, you want these decentralized exchanges. So for me, if you come over here, it looks like it's going to have another test between 2.6 and the 2.66, 2.67. And for me, that's the beautiful entry for the next push. I am seeing $4. I'm maybe even seeing $5 on DYDX. So you wait for that entry and get it. Then we have 𝗏𝗍, about to break 200. So I think you got a little bit more time to dollar cost into this. I wouldn't get anywhere above it when it's past the 8.3 cents. But 𝗏𝗍 for me is still a bargain, because where we're buying this is just crazy. It's the bottom of the range. I'm still looking at a 20 cents as my target. It's currently 8 cents now. So 𝗏𝗍 is still a really nice one to come. Total 3. Total 3. Anyone know what's happening with the stream right now? Crazy. We have VET. So we got VET, we got ZIL. So guys, I just want to sum it down here quickly. I see there's a low error. We just had a huge drop of numbers. Weird. I just want to number this down quickly. Very simple. I see Bitcoin going a little bit higher. I see the altcoins going a little bit higher today, 2 to 3%. I see a 7% correction, 5 to 7% correction. Total 2 is your last time to buy is on that correction. Any of your major alts, your Solanas, your AVAXs, or stuff like that, you buy on that correction on supports. Fantastic. Then you load up on the total 3 tokens, but know that they're only going to explode when they break the trends. When they break the trends is when they're really going to rip and what they're going to explode. So be patient on the total 3 tokens. We haven't broke total 3 just yet. Focus this weekend on getting your total 2 tokens, your major alts. Get some dollar cost into your total 3, that's fine. So I'm seeing a 7% correction. I'm seeing a little push up in dominance. And then I'm seeing next week the real run, the crazy run within altcoins. We have about 2 weeks left. Then we're going to start getting out, banking the profits, and start setting up for the next cycle. Have a fantastic weekend. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, because I will be doing videos for you guys as the market moves. If the pullback starts, I'll be doing a video for you. If the market pumps, I'll do a video for you. Come join me in the live session. I love you all. Thank you for believing in me. We've done it. We're doing well. Let's keep going. Let's keep the momentum. Much love, Fantom fam. I'll see you tomorrow.